So in the diagram on the right, we have a visual of the biomechanics behind the high bar squats. The red line is the line of action, the green line is the hip moment arm, which runs from the hip to the line of action, and it's significantly larger than the blue line, which is the knee moment arm, which runs from the knee to the line of action. So as you can see, this squat has more of a hip torque. In this squat, the bar is positioned on the upper traps with a slightly flexed trunk, and the feet are shoulder width apart. The high bar squat sits higher up on the back, which means the torso may remain more upright throughout the lift. The high bar position allows for better alignment throughout the body, and the squat develops strength and muscle mass in the quads and glutes because of the deep squat it allows. Individuals must have good ankle mobility to effectively do the high bar squat and to maintain body alignment. If you have back issues or poor shoulder mobility, then the squat is your best option. So a little fun fact for you is that the external load will feel heavier in this position, forcing the muscles to contract harder.
Hi guys, as you can see, we have the low bar squats here. On the right side there we have the diagram with the green and blue line. The green line is just going to be indicating the moment arm for the hip, and then the blue line is indicating the moment arm for the knee. So in this squat, the bar is positioned on the rear deltoid with a flexed trunk and the feet in a wider stance. The knee moment arm is the shortest in this position, requiring the least amount of stress on the knee. On the contrary, the hip moment arm is the largest, producing more of a hip torque and creating the largest muscle contraction of the three squats. The muscles targeted in this squat are the glutes, hamstring, as well as the muscles of the upper and lower back. The wider stance and forward lean force the hamstring muscles to work more than the quads. This squat is recommended for those with longer torsos because of the forward lean it requires to support the barbell. The knee doesn't travel as far forward because of the positioning of the bar on the length of the upper body. It decreases the length of the lever on the torso of someone with a longer trunk. This squat is easiest of the three because when you decrease the length of the lever, the same external load becomes easier to move. Okay, so we have a fun fact here. This squat requires a lot of shoulder mobility. So athletes with shoulder problems often complain about elbow or wrist pain when doing this squat because they compensate using these areas for the lack of shoulder flexibility.
So as you can see here in this image above, we have someone performing a front bar squat, and it's performed while holding a barbell in front of your chest with your feet shoulder width apart, and then bending your knees with your back straight. In this squat, there is more of a knee torque because there is a longer moment arm from the knee to the line of action. This places more force on the upper body while still working the glutes, hamstrings, and hips. Front bar squats increase muscle mass in the lower body and are recommended for clients with good upper body strength and mobility. If your goal is to increase your glutes, this is the perfect exercise, although this exercise has more emphasis on the upper body, such as the back, shoulders, arms, and chest because of the way the bar is positioned. If someone had a knee injury, this squat would not be recommended. Rather, we suggest that those with hip immobility would do this exercise. A little fun fact for you, front squats build the strength necessary to perform a deadlift, and there is less rotation required to support the bar in this squat.